So we're gonna start off with bear crawls. So let's start off with our positioning with our bear crawl. So when we get into our bear crawl position, we want everything tight, especially if we're gonna be going slow during our bear crawls. Everything's gonna be tight, shoulder width apart. Hands are gonna be tight in. You wanna pretend like these are train tracks. Okay, so hands, knees, feet are on these train tracks, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift our knees up off the floor, shifting our body weight forward, and we're gonna keep our knees under our hips as we walk. So we're gonna go opposites. As I step with my right arm, I'm gonna step with my left leg. Okay, so nice, small, tiny steps, staying on these train tracks. Okay, and then as we go in reverse, same thing. Keeping the knees tucked in under us as we step and move. Bear crawls. Okay, so now we are going to get into side bear crawls. This is Tiani. Tiani's going to help me with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our bear crawl position, same bear crawl position that we did earlier. Okay, so hands, palms right under the shoulders, shifting our body weight forward. Knees are tucked in under our body. Now we're going to move laterally. So she's going to come toward me. She's going to move to our right side, and then she's going to close in with the left. Stepping open with the right, closing with the left, making sure that our hips are staying square. We're not rotating the hips. Keep on coming. Good, and stop, and let's go opposite direction to the left side. Make sure we're breathing, keeping the knees down, butt down low. So we got a tabletop here. Okay? Perfect.
Three-step drop. You're gonna start in a sumo squat. Arms gonna go down when you go down, weight on the heels. You're gonna stand up, narrow your feet, jump squat up, land down, and then jump squat forward. Okay? Sumo, jump squat up, broad jump forward, land in a squat. Okay? Sumo, jump squat, broad jump forward. Sumo squat, narrow your feet, jump squat up, broad jump forward. Sumo, jump squat, broad jump. Three-step drop. Side gorillas. You're gonna start in a wide squat, nice and low, knees wide, okay? Hands very close to your feet. When you shift, you're gonna open up this way, rotate to the right, plant your hands, shift your feet, rotate again, shift. When you come back, you turn here, rotate. As you're landing, you turn your hips opposite direction, and then you turn into the direction you're moving in. Keeping your legs 90-degree bend, not going too low. Turning into the direction that you're moving in. Keeping your hands nice and close to your feet, not reaching out too high. Hostages. Chest up, back straight, hands about in front of your face. You're gonna cushion your jumps, exploding, loading up your quads, not extending your legs coming up, okay? Cushion that landing, explode from your quads, nice and soft, pulse up. Hostage, pulse, squat jumps. Hostages.
Great, we have Tiani here, and she's gonna help me with some forward gorillas, okay? So similar to our side gorillas, we're gonna get into a squat 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and get into our squat. Let's come over here facing this way. And good. So let's get into our squat, 90 degrees. Good. So what she's gonna do, feet are going to be wide, hips down low. So we're always gonna come back to this position. We're gonna lean forward, hands are gonna be together as we reach and stride. Let's go ahead and hands down, stride, and then our feet are gonna come to our hands as we stride. Always coming back to our hips down low, 90 degrees. Okay, very good. Let's turn around and come back real quick. So we can see the other direction. Good. Down low, reaching, making sure we're bending our elbows as we come down low. And perfect. Thank you, Tiani. Okay, so now we are getting into sit-throughs. So this is a little bit more of an advanced movement, but I'll give you two different options to choose from. Okay, so we're gonna go with the first one we can get used to rotating our hips. So here, again, into our bear crawl position. Okay, very standard positioning. Here with our bear crawl, first thing so we can get used to it is I want you to turn your knees, unlocking the elbows here. I want you to turn your knees into your elbows, turn your hips and knees opposite elbows so we get used to rotating the hips. Okay, when we get this down and we can actually turn our hips and rotate, we're not throwing the knees, we're rotating the hips. The hips have to come under us, okay? After we get used to that positioning and that movement, then we can move on to the advanced sit-through, the full sit-through. So our sit-through here, We're going to support our supporting arm. Right leg, that same leg, we're gonna push through with our hip. So hip comes all the way to our wrist, okay? Knee comes forward, not out to the side. All right, so we don't want there to be a gap here. So supporting arm here, knee comes forward, right back to crawl position. Now we're gonna go opposite side. So now my supporting arm is my left side, sitting through, knee comes forward, 90 degree here. You do not need to kick the foot out. Don't worry about that first, okay? Then all the way back to crawl position, turn, turn. As we turn, one major thing, make sure you're not over rotating on the shoulder, meaning we're coming up here. I don't want you to do that. A lot of stress on the shoulder. So here, turn, sit through, right back to our bear crawl position, turn, sit through. Okay, and that's our sit throughs.
I'll sit through power clean squat shoulder press. Hands down here, gorilla out, knees close to your elbow. Turn, drop your hips down, alternate, keeping your chest square with the floor. Kick the other side, jump in, power clean, squat, shoulder press. Bring it down, place it down, gorilla out, sit through, power clean, squat, shoulder press. Sit through, power clean, squat, shoulder press.
Great, now we're gonna show you, we're gonna demonstrate how to do Renegade Rows. So there's two different ones that you can do. We're gonna show you a modified version and then a little bit more of a difficult version to hit the core a little bit more. So first, let's go ahead and grab our 10-pound dumbbells, Greg. We're gonna get into position. So these we're gonna have our knees bent at a 90, which will show you a different angle in a second. But first, we're gonna have our arms extended, and all we're gonna do is tighten up the core, make sure our hips are not rotating. So we're gonna row our right side, so driving the elbow all the way up to the ceiling without rotating or turning the hips. So show the rotation and turn the hips as you pull. So this is what we do not wanna do. We do not wanna compensate with that, okay? So we wanna keep the core tight. Let's go opposite arm, row, and then we're gonna row right side, left side, and alternate. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn to the side and show them a different view. So again, 90 degrees on the knees. As you see, his knees are 90 degrees here, and we're gonna alternate our rows, driving the elbow back as high as we can, behind you, all the way up, left, right. For added difficulty to get more of the core, we're gonna extend the legs all the way out, straighten out. Now we're in a full plank, okay? And let's get a couple in, right side, left side. Exhale as you're pulling, inhale as we're coming back down. And these are Renegade Rows.